Hi, I'm Eric Lanask. We're here in New York City at Cloud Expo. I'm talking with William Toll from Profitbricks. William, thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you, Eric.
Let's start off with what are some of the changes that you're seeing in terms of companies adopting and migrating to cloud?
Sure. I gave a talk on Monday about how 2014 things really changed. A lot of companies feel more secure about migrating their apps to the cloud, about deploying on the cloud. 2014, I think three things came to the forefront. Fewer and fewer concerns about security from the infrastructure layer. Many companies are deploying on the cloud, from large banks, and healthcare information is now on the cloud, and they're understanding that there's a level of comfort with at least the infrastructure layer. It's the application layer and other concerns that companies are focusing on. And number two, I think we're in a position where a second generation cloud can accept and have applications moved into it far more easily or painlessly than they had in the past. The first generation clouds were kind of more for early adopters, innovators, startups, developers. Second generation clouds are a direct replacement for on-prem cloud servers, storage, and networks.
How's this change, this evolution, helped you evolve as a company?
Sure. There's 8.6 million data centers in the world, right? Those are managed by corporate IT departments, managed service providers. We're now in a situation where we're going to see a big decline in those on-prem data centers, the server rooms, the closets, and co-location deployments as these applications and workloads migrate to the cloud. So.
How's that impacted your business?
Sure, business is booming, right? So Profitbricks is well known as being an ultra-high performance cloud computing platform. We're twice the speed of the other providers. We offer things like InfiniBand connections between servers and between storage that run at 80 gigabits per second. And we're also a price leader. So we are about 50% less expensive than the other providers. Thereby, we offer a price performance guarantee where any workload that runs at Profitbricks is guaranteed to cost less at the same performance as any workload running at Amazon, Microsoft, or Google.
How have the situations around maybe a better understanding of security and some of the other things that you've talked about help bring additional business your way?
Sure. I think now they're more getting down to business. Well, how am I going to move to the cloud? What's it going to be like? Do I need to retrain my employees? Do I have to adapt my applications? I think when they talk with some of the clouds, they realize that might be more painful. They come to Profitbricks, they learn a little bit about our solution, and they realize they can migrate those apps without adapting. They can also far more easily leverage a tool like our Data Center Designer. The Data Center Designer tool is literally a drag and drop tool that makes it super simple to migrate applications to the cloud by creating your complete data center, dragging servers, dragging storage, creating network connections between them, clicking save, and all of it being live within 3 minutes.
How does somebody determine what applications they want to move to the cloud?
That's a great question. Depends on a lot of things. The age of the hardware, the criticality of the application, the integration between applications. Things need to be sequenced in order.
And as far as when, you mentioned the hardware, are there other factors that play into when is an ideal time to make that migration?
Sure. When you think about the application's usage, right, are there peaks and valleys, right? Are there periods of time where the application has more users and less users? Those are really suited towards the cloud, and the elasticity and the scale that the cloud offers that on-prem gear just simply does not.
What kind of things are you seeing impacting your market as a whole? Certainly there's been some consolidation. What other things are factoring in?
Yeah, consolidation and growth in the channel. I think when you think about IT deployed in small and medium-sized business, I think a lot about managed service providers, and they've already had a lot of success with the cloud. Maybe first for email and collaboration, and helping customers get on board with, say, CRM apps or payroll apps in the cloud, and those apps maybe used to run on the server in the closet, certainly backup and disaster recovery. And now they can move the other apps to the cloud. And this is really igniting a lot of interest in the MSP community to migrate on-prem gear to the cloud.
Are we ever going to realistically reach a situation where businesses have moved everything to the cloud, or are they going to continue to keep some on-prem?
Yeah, so that's a great question, right? I think inevitably in the future, the distant future, or even in the near term, the acceleration to the public cloud is unstoppable at this point. Um, by 2020, I think small and medium-sized business, unquestionably the majority of them are going to be on the public cloud. Larger businesses, governments, maybe less so, but we'll all get there.
Excellent. William, thank you so much for your time today.
All right, thank you.